What have you been thinking about lately?
What have I been thinking about lately? I guess I've been thinking a lot about lately. I, I guess like how to be able to put myself first without putting others like needs and like happiness, I guess, like at expense, if that makes sense. Like trying to be able to like live my own life and be happy while also being able to like fulfill other people in my lives. Like
And how are you navigating that?
I think it's a lot of like introspection, like thinking about and being aware of like myself and my actions and what makes me happy. And I think it's taken me a long time to really like think about what actually like makes me happy and what I've been just doing for other people. So it's been, yeah, I guess it's just like a journey of like really stopping and sitting and taking the time to think like, does this actually make me happy? Or is this just for other people? Or like, what can I do for others that also makes me happy while also bringing them like joy, I guess.
What are some examples of things you've done for others that weren't in your best interest that you've stopped doing now?
That I've stopped doing? Okay. Wait, it's gonna take me a second to think.
That's okay. I can edit anything.
Okay. I think I've always, like, I'm a giver. Like, I love to give people things. I love, like, my love language is definitely, like, acts of service or, like, giving gifts. And I think for a long time, I took that to mean, like, you should give everything you have, and maybe they'll appreciate it as much, like, they'll appreciate how much you're giving. But honestly, I feel like people will appreciate the little things. You don't have to give them your entire bank account. You don't have to give them, like, you don't, like, I was cutting myself short from plans so I could make my friends things, or I would, like, drop everything to do something. But sometimes I need to, like, not drop everything. Sometimes I need to, like, keep doing what I'm doing because it's in my best interest. Like, if I need to do homework, like, don't put it down just because you want to go to your friends, like, whatever they're doing that day. Like, you can take the time, do what you need to do that makes you happy. And I think I've definitely stopped dropping everything, just taking my time, realizing that my own time is valuable and that I deserve to get to live, like, every moment of my life for myself just as much as I live it for other people. So I would say I've stopped doing that.
How have your core beliefs changed over time?
I think that I used to really strongly believe in, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Like, I think I used to strongly believe in, like, life is fair, which it really isn't. I think as a kid, that was, like, my biggest thing I would say to my parents is, like, well, like, why can't we make life fair? And I think as I've grown and learned from, like, a lot of experiences, like, life isn't fair, but you can do what you need to do to make it fair for yourself. Like, not necessarily fair, but, like, that you're getting what you deserve out of life. And that, like, if something happens to you and it's not, like, quote unquote fair, and it's not what you think, like, how the world should be going, like, you need to know that it's going to work out in the end. Like, so I guess I still kind of think, like, life is fair. It's more like everything happens for a reason, and that, like, we're all, like, every decision we make, whether it's the right or wrong choice, will all end up working out in the way it was supposed to, whether that was good or bad. Like, if you made a bad decision and you had a consequence, like, sometimes that consequence is what you need to learn to never do that again. So I think it's more just focusing on, like, my beliefs are a lot more in, like, growth and that everything works out and then that everything happens for a reason, but that you make your own destiny, I guess. Like, your actions have consequences, and sometimes you just have to take those consequences and turn them into a lesson. I would say that's my biggest, like, belief.
And what's one of the last significant lessons that you've learned?
I think the most significant lesson I've learned recently is that sometimes you'll make what feels like the right choice and you think everyone will also see it as that, but, like, everyone has a different life, everyone has a different story that would make them see that choice differently. And if it doesn't work out that way for you in the end, where everyone's, like, immediately like, oh my god, like, you made the right choice, or, like, life isn't that simple. So I think the most significant lesson is that sometimes, like, even if you are making the right choice, not everyone's going to see it that way, and not everyone's going to agree with you, and you kind of just have to keep living and learn from it and understand that, like, people disagree and it's not the end of the world.